Helmut Marko, one of the most influential men in Formula One, drops a bombshell no one expected. He admits that cannot guarantee Max Verstappen at Red Bull in 2027. Yes, the driver who dominated recent years, the four-time champion who seemed untouchable within the Milton Keynes team, is now being questioned by the very man who has always been his greatest strength within Red Bull. And the question remains, what's going on behind the scenes that even Marko is showing concern? On one hand, we have a contract until 2028. On the other, performance clauses and a car that's no longer dominant, bringing to light rumors, tensions, and even internal discussions. So stay until the end of the video to understand this story. Like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more Formula One news. Going back a bit, since the first Grand Prix of the season in Bahrain, Max Verstappen, the reigning four-time champion, has completely abandoned the overwhelming dominance he once held. He won the previous year with unusual ease, but this year, he finished only sixth, a performance almost opposite to what everyone expects from the Dutchman. And when that happens, it's not just the position that matters. It's a sign that car does not respond. Marko was worried. It needs to improve soon so he has a machine he can win with again. Reports from Britain's Sky Sports even mention an intense scene between Pierre Vermeulen, Verstappen's manager, and Marko himself. A heated and visible discussion about the car's performance. And in my opinion, Verstappen is truly working miracles with this car. It's worth remembering. Verstappen's contract runs until 2028, but this document carries a trap of performance clauses. If the car isn't competitive, he can demanding an early exit. Marko made this clear. There's an actionable exit clause, and this puts the driver's future at stake. And the 2025 season is unforgiving. Verstappen sits third in the championship. Red Bull's situation in 2025 is a direct reflection of the pressure for immediate results. The team, accustomed to dominating Formula One in recent years, now faces a challenging scenario, where its lack of on-track performance threatens not only its championship standing, but also the trust of its drivers and sponsors. The need to deliver solid results has become urgent, and any slip-up could have significant consequences. Helmut Marko, always known for his outspokenness, publicly expressed his concern about the team's current situation. He acknowledged that Red Bull is no longer at its best, and that changes are necessary to regain competitiveness. This admission is a clear sign that the team is aware of the gravity of the situation and is seeking solutions to reverse the situation. Max Verstappen, for his part, has been one of Red Bull's few bright spots amid this crisis. Despite the challenges the team faces, he continues to demonstrate consistency and skill on the track. However, even he recognizes that the situation is unsustainable in the long term. In recent statements, Verstappen emphasized the importance of significant improvements to the car to continue fighting for victories and titles. He made it clear that without substantial changes, his continued presence at the team could be in question. The pressure for results is also reflected in the team's internal relationships. The departure of Christian Horner and the arrival of Laurent Mekies as the new team principal indicate an attempt at renewal and restructuring. However, the effectiveness of these changes remains to be seen. The team needs not only new leadership, but also a clear and effective strategy to regain its prominent position in Formula One. Furthermore, the competition is increasingly fierce. Teams like McLaren and Ferrari have shown significant improvements in their performance, putting even more pressure on Red Bull. The team needs to react quickly to avoid being overtaken by its rivals and losing ground in the championship. In short, Red Bull faces a critical situation in 2025. The need to deliver on-track performance is urgent, and any delay in implementing changes could result in irreversible consequences. The team needs to act quickly to regain its competitiveness and ensure a solid future in Formula One. In my view, if Verstappen weren't driving and someone else were, I'm absolutely certain the results would probably be much worse, or the same as those of Red Bull's second driver. Four-time Formula One world champion Max Verstappen has been the subject of speculation about his future at Red Bull, especially after the team's underwhelming performance in 2025. Despite this, Verstappen has remained firm in his commitment to the team, denying rumors and reaffirming his intention to remain with Red Bull. In recent statements, he stated that he is very focused on 2026 with Red Bull, and that he prefers not to comment publicly on speculation to avoid distractions. Verstappen's stance reflects his confidence in the team and his desire to contribute to Red Bull's recovery. He has worked closely with the engineers to improve the car's performance and is committed to the new regulations that will come into effect in 2026. His decision to remain at Red Bull also demonstrates his loyalty to the team that helped him achieve his current success. Despite the difficulties Red Bull faced in 2025, Verstappen continues to demonstrate resilience and determination. He has not been fazed by the challenges and is focused on finding solutions to the team's problems. His firm stance in the face of rumors reflects his maturity and professionalism, qualities that make him one of the most respected drivers in Formula One. Amidst the ongoing saga surrounding Max Verstappen's future, one of the scenarios that has the most buzz in the paddock is the possibility of the four-time world champion joining Mercedes in 2026. With the radical regulation changes planned for that year, teams know that any technical detail can define the course of an entire era, and this places even more weight on the decisions of drivers of Verstappen's caliber. Mercedes, for its part, is undergoing a period of reconstruction, but maintains an enviable infrastructure and a track record of achievements that speak for themselves. It's natural, therefore, that rumors gain momentum whenever someone of Max's stature appears in a context of uncertainty. Among the factors fueling this speculation is the firm stance of Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff, who has never hidden his admiration for Verstappen's talent. Wolff has repeatedly stated that he would like to see the Dutchman wear the German team's colors, especially now that Lewis Hamilton is nearing the end of his career and George Russell has yet to prove he can lead a winning project on his own. Furthermore, rumors suggest that Verstappen could benefit from an exit clause in his contract with Red Bull if the team fails to deliver a competitive car for the new hybrid era in 2026. Another crucial factor is Mercedes' partnership with Petronas and the team's expertise in powertrain development. With the introduction of new sustainable fuel regulations and more sophisticated hybrid systems, many analysts believe Mercedes could make a technical leap right around the turn of 2026, making the seat even more attractive for a driver seeking to perpetuate his dominance. For Verstappen, the decision between staying at Red Bull or pursuing a new project with Mercedes could be the turning point that determines whether he continues his history as the greatest of the modern era or opens the door to a new chapter. Furthermore, headlines popped up claiming that Wolff and Verstappen's yachts were sailing side by side off the coast of Sardinia. And, of course, many imagined a secret meeting to negotiate a blockbuster contract with Mercedes. But let's get this straight, it was all fake news. The German magazine Picture, which had been the first to spread the rumor, had to backtrack. A Mercedes source confirmed that there was no meeting between the two. The proximity of the vessels was pure coincidence, the team officially assured. This is far from the only denial. Several reputable publications have made it clear that no actual photos or records of this encounter existed. And yacht tracking profiles may show proximity, but not answers about confidential negotiations. And what about Verstappen himself? He was blunt. He denied any conversation or meeting with Wolff. He said he was just on vacation with his family, surfing and enjoying the sea. The coincidence of them being on the same island was just that, nothing more. Wolff reiterated the same point. The rumors are the product of the fandom's imagination, and there's nothing concrete there. But tell me, what did you think of this video? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing.